Hello everyone, welcome to Code Dev. In this video, we'll talk about Angular services. So let's get started with the introduction of Angular services. So Angular services is basically a class with a narrow, well-defined purpose file. It provides any value, function, or feature that application needs. A component can delegate a component can delegate certain tasks to services such as fetching data from a server, validation user input, or logging directly to console. Now you can say that why we need this special file called service file, although we can perform the same task in the TypeScript file also. So here is the answer. Let's say if you want to have more than one component performing the similar task. Let's say you want some data from on one component. You write some logic right in the TypeScript file, and similar kind of thing you need in other type in the component also. So you have to write the same piece of code again and again. So this is more of a repetition of task, I would say. So this service file provide this avoid this rewriting of code, and this service can be written once and it can inject it into all the component that needs this service. I will show you the quick diagram of how the service works. As you can see, we have application contains of n number of components, and we have a service file that is this all the components is getting interacting with the service to get the data, and the service contain the injector having a different set of services, different set of methods, properties that can be accessed through components. In the next diagram you can see that we have a different set of services, and the component A needs certain data from different services. Like we have a service A, B, C, from and component is injecting through injector. It is injecting to component, and the component use those service to get the data. So this is the one of the main property of the service, you can say. And we can see the service are objects that can get instantiated just once during the lifetime of the application. When the application load, all the services get instantiated. Also, it like we as we said that it contains the data methods, and this it holds the data, all the methods through lifetime of the application. It once it get instantiated, it contains the method, and it maintain the data throughout the life of the application. The main objective of the service is to organize and share the business logic, method, or data or function with a different component of the application. They are usually implemented through dependency injector. A service in Angular are simply a TypeScript file with a @injectable decorator. Through this injectable decorator only, it tells the Angular that this particular class is a service class, and that can be injected into different component that this service needs. So this injectable decorator is basically a tells the Angular that this particular file is of service class. So it is an identifier, you can say. I'll show you a quick overview what we have learned. Just we have learned uh, what are the services features. First is the class. It is simply a class, and it contains the injectable decorator that Angular know that this is particular files is of service, and they share the same piece of code with a different set of uh, components. Next is it holds the business logic. It can next is injected with the back interact with the backend service. It can interact the database backend services. It can hit the API as well. So the interaction can be made through services. Share data among the component. So we can the service can share the data, or it can helps in communicating the data from one component to another. Next is services are singleton, and next is this services is registered on the app model so that it get initialized at once. And services are in singleton. That means singleton that means that it holds only one instance of the services that get created, and same instance is used by every building block within the application. For example, any component, you initialize any particular component with any variable, you initialize that service, and it remains the same throughout the state of the application. So that's all in this today's video. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.